Hey man, good morning. It's fuck, I just looked at the time, bro. I just looked at the time. But it's like I know it's 6. 6. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna look. It's 6:10. Um, um, Today I'm gonna just make a video on all the trades I took this week. I'm gonna show y'all everything. I did just wake up, ain't even brushed my teeth yet, and shit like that. But yeah, also TikTok, I got a video that just went a little crazy on there, 6K, and I got a couple followers off that. I appreciate everybody that followed. Appreciate everybody that liked the video, commented. I don't care if you was in my comments trolling. I appreciate you, my nigga, because I love it. I love the trolling because I'm a troll too. I'm a troll right back. I'm a troll too. Keep coming. Bring it to me. Bring the energy. Bring the energy, nigga. Bring the energy, and I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna keep bringing it. Troll as much as you want, cause that shit not gonna get to me, nigga. I'm too fucking locked in, nigga. I'm too locked in. I don't give a fuck. Nigga said, what he said? He was like, but I ain't seen you do a money spread yet. That shit was actually funny. I was laughing. I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing. That shit was funny. And then he hit me, and then another dude was like, show me 10K in cash right now. I was like, nigga, what was the last book you read, nigga? When was the last time you read a book, nigga? Yeah, he wanna talk about show me 10K, nigga. What was the last book you read? Fuck ass nigga. Yeah, nigga. But yeah, that shit was actually kind of funny. These niggas is funny as fuck in the comments, bro. And I fuck with it, bro. I love the energy, bro. I love everybody, bro. You know? If you love everybody and you love yourself, bro, you're gonna be cool. And that's just what life is, bro. So like, and that's how this content shit gonna be, bro. You're gonna deal with fucking trolls. You're gonna deal with real people. You're gonna deal with people that actually care. You're gonna deal with people that's trying to learn and all that shit. I'm not saying learn from me though. You're not gonna learn from me. Cause me, I'm gonna show you what I do, but like, you're not gonna learn all the shit you need from me. Where you gonna learn, I could tell you if you DM me. But I'm not gonna put it in my videos because I can't give him no more promo, bro. He got all the promo already, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need some help. Help me. Help me. Not him. Help me. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next clip.
All right. So this is how I made $3,222 in 1 week, right? Today, this is Monday, the beginning of the week, right? Beginning of the week, we came here on the 4-hour candle chart, right? And I come here, I look for the highs and lows of the market, pretty much the highest point of the market and the lowest part of the market, right? So the lowest part, we find a move down and a move up, and we go for the lowest part of out of those two candles. We go for that wick, and I make it blue for me. This is how I mark up my charts, and I go here, and this is inside of the what's it called. So pretty much that wouldn't be my what's it called. This would be my high here. I see this gap also. I keep that in mind. This isn't something you learn from. This is just how my thought process goes when I'm in the charts, right? So I see this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, high, low on the 4-hour. Then I come down to the 1 hour. Oh, also while I'm in the 4-hour, I'm looking at the trend. So pretty much I thought we was in a bullish trend. Pretty much I thought we were gonna fill this fair value gap here, this 4-hour, and come up and tap out these highs right here, and which we obviously ended up doing, and come down to the 1 hour, and at the 1 hour, Monday, yep. At the 1 hour, we see candlesticks moving up, a little bit more progress towards the upside, right? And I'm looking at news during this time. Also, we can get another little line. Look for where I would have some draws on liquidity. Bam, there's one right there. That's the hour. And we have another one right here. So those are 2 draws on liquidity, 3 draws on liquidity towards the upside, pretty much, right? And we have this sweep. It swept this little low right here, and we come down to the 5-minute chart. Go to Monday, which is right here. Monday, and we're looking, right? We're just looking. And at this point, it is 9:35. I also wait till the macro opens, which is 9:50. 9:50 came around, and we started playing around in this little area after we done pretty much swept everything after news, because news brought us all the way up here. And when we got to this point, I seen we were coming up here. I probably should have waited till we did have a retrace back into this fair value gap that was made, and I would have had a way better entry. But I didn't, and I entered right here at this point. And when we got in, we immediately went straight down. But my take profit wasn't. My stop loss wasn't right here. It was actually below these lows right here. It was below these lows at the beginning. And then after we got done tapping into this, I added another contract at this candle right here. And we obviously started continuing back up to my take profit. And then when we broke past it, once we finally broke past this high right here where my entry point was, I moved my stop loss to the bottom of this fair value gap, and that was how the trade ended out like that. And then I just sat in the trade and waited until we came and took out this drawn liquidity, this last drawn liquidity, and that was my trade. And that's pretty much how Monday went. All right, now we come to Tuesday. Tuesday, we get here, as you see, we came up, swept out all those highs that was there. And here we're on the 4-hour chart again. Move up, move down. This is my 4-hour drawn liquidity. My 4-hour drawn liquidity. And then we're coming here. We see this is the low drawn liquidity pretty much. And hold on one second. Oh yeah, there we go. And then we coming right here, move down, move up. This is the bottom. We have the same, drawn liquidity from Monday. And yeah, pretty much this is a big drawn liquidity. And then we got the 1 hour, come back to the 1 hour, go to Tuesday. We go to Tuesday. And this was a shaky day. This was really not a trade that I wanted to take. I'm pretty sure this trade only won like $200 or $380 or something like that. And yeah, so we got this right here as the 1 hour, 1 hour drawn liquidity. And I pretty much was looking at this like, okay, I really don't know what's gonna go down. This is another drawn liquidity for the lows. And then I came down to the 5 minute once again. Once you get to the 5 minute, you really see a lot. For me, I see a lot and stuff like that, but it was just so choppy this day, I shouldn't even place the trade. But I did place the trade, and it still went my way. I kept my stop loss good, and I went in with a lower contract, with lower contract sizes pretty much. And we really played within this level through pre-market, and then market open, we came down. And well, market open, we did a little manipulation, came down and swept this low. And I seen this sweep, and I was like, okay, cool. And when we were coming back up, I was actually looking at the 1 minute time frame. And on the 1 minute time frame, I came and looked, and I seen this candle sweeping up. This was one candle. I got in here, and then I seen it continue up 1 minute. These are 1 minute candles, and that's why I got in. And then after that, we continued coming back down. As you seen, we were going back down into this level, into this fair value gap that was created, this big fair value gap. We came back in here. We actually broke out of it, but I kept it in there as an inverse fair value gap, or whatever. And then tapped in there, manipulated, never really came back down into drawdown. It was more like wicks, pretty much wicks. So I was calm in it, and my stop loss was tighter, so stuff like that. But there wasn't really any risk. And when we got up to this level, I was hoping we came and swept this out, but we got here and I was pretty much up a good amount. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll just take it here. And I just was like, that's where people get greedy. They're like, oh, I can really wait till it gets here. That I didn't let greed take over. So that's how we got to that point. And when sitting in the trade, you just watch the market, bro. Like, we never made any lower lows, nothing like that, bro. Like it's just an analysis during the market, like staying focused and understanding the market when you're in a trade and all that stuff, and make sure you're not going to lose. Because as you see, if I would have stayed greedy, I would have lost this trade because it came straight back down. But I was like, look where I'm at. We've swept enough pretty much, and I'm cool. Like, I'm cool with what I won, and that was how I won that trade on Tuesday. Here we are on Wednesday, and Wednesday was another weird choppy day, right? So we come here, once again we can use this as our low pretty much for market, or we can use this as our low because we have a move down right here, a move down and a move up, and we can use this as our low, 4-hour drawn liquidity, and our high is right, let me see, you could say here, but I'm pretty sure I came here, and let me actually look at this, make sure I'm saying this right. I'm probably gonna say this was one of my draws on liquidity as well, but no, I'm gonna just keep it the way it is and go down to my 1-hour draw on liquidity for Wednesday. This could be considered one as soon as market opens. I really don't know what I was thinking during this trade. I don't really remember, honestly, not gonna lie. I know I was hoping we came and swept this, but we have this drawn liquidity and this here. So let me show this one. Bam. Coming down to the 5-minute. Once again, another really choppy, weird day, but we still found a trade during the day, and yeah. Okay, this was actually the 300 one. Yesterday was the one where I made 500, or my bad, Tuesday was the day I made 580 something, right? Or 630 something, I forgot. But that was that day, and then this was the little quick trade I took for $385, right? So we got pretty much 9:30 hit, market shot up and kept going. I could have entered here. I actually looked and seen that we were in the discounted price off of this what's this called, and I could have entered off of this candle right here and took it all the way to this drawn liquidity, but I was nervous, not gonna lie. I was nervous during that. And then I seen this is around 11:30. I was still looking at the charts at 11:30, and when we got to this point, I seen we were consolidating a lot. I entered off of this break right here on the 1 minute. I was on the 1 minute looking, and I entered off of this little break, and I entered long contract. I was in, I think, 1 or 2 contracts, and I entered with low contracts. So yeah, we pretty much played, never really went into drawdown, and then we finally came up and touched the last 4-hour draw on liquidity, and as you can see, we continued down. My bias actually was bearish for the rest of the day. I figured it would do this. This would have been a pretty nice trade if I took this, but it was already 12:55. Like, that's kind of crazy, but that was my thought process through here. Once again, these are my trades and my thought process doing the trades. Not something you learn from at all. So if you try and learn from this and you start blaming me, it's your fault, not mine. Just gonna say that. And yeah. All right, so here's Thursday, 4-hour chart. It's Thursday, 4-hour. Here's drawn liquidity right here, lowest point. 4-hour drawn liquidity. 4-hour drawn liquidity, and then this was my second one all the way up here. All the way up there is my second draw on liquidity. I knew we weren't going that high, but I figured we were gonna go fill in just a little bit of this area right here. And so we come into the 1 hour, and this is where stuff will start making more sense. We came into the 1 hour. I figured we were gonna try and at least fill half of this fair value gap here, this 1 hour fair value gap. And pretty much we did. It was just a lot of choppy shit going down right here. I didn't have a one. This was how I had my chart set up on Thursday. This is the 1 hour draw on liquidity below the fucking 4 hour, because we already swept during pre-market. Like, we swept pretty much everything, and I was like, okay, we're gonna come up higher for sure for something. Like, we're gonna pull up higher for something, and all that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get in lower contract size. And I still never had a 1 hour draw on liquidity to the upside. And we came to the 5 minute, and when I'm looking at the 5 minute, I'm like, okay, cool, what do we have that I can target? And what I see is this right here, this yellow line. Oh fuck, hold on. This yellow line right here, I'll make this yellow line my target. And I was like, okay, we swept. There was no news this day too. So also we had swept, and around 9:50, I was like, okay, cool, we're moving up. And I was like, we're definitely gonna break. I seen on the 1 minute we were gonna break, and I was like, okay, cool. And once we closed on the 1 minute, I entered, and we continued up pretty high. This was the first. I should have just taken out right here, but this is where greed came in. But I also knew that we had this fair value gap. We still had this fair value gap. So once we came back down here, and I seen we didn't break it, and we just swept, swept through it to filled it. My bad. We filled it. This was where my stop loss was originally at. So it was a 1-to-1 pretty much. And this is where my stop loss was originally at. And after this candle, when we closed this candle, I moved my stop loss up to right under this candle, right? And if it would have taken me out, it wouldn't have been a crazy loss. It would have been like $200, right? So we came up, and you see how the trade played out. We got here, and I finally I took everything out. I was like, I'm not going to be greedy. I should have got out the first time, and I would have been a pretty banger trade. Like, I would have just been satisfied straight to TP type shit. But I got a little greedy. I was like, okay, we had some pretty good movement. I figured we were just going to come down, grab some liquidity, and push back up and take out this high maybe. And that was during the trade. But from now on, I'll probably just take the first take profit and then leave runners if that's how I'm going to do it. And yeah, that was that trade. Pretty good trade. Didn't let the market take over completely. I just analysis while you're in the trade, and pay attention to everything, bro. Like, little shit. And this was my little target, as you see the yellow mark. And yeah. All right. Now Friday, here we are. This was the draw on liquidity right here. This right here was my draw on liquidity, right? But we swept that out. Like, completely swept it out. So we came here. This was the next draw on liquidity. I was like, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think we're gonna need to come down. But this is also a 4 hour fair value gap. Like, look at where we're at. It didn't close below that. It swept completely and came up, right? Now that was just something I paid attention to. And then we have this 4 hour right here. And yeah, that was just something I paid attention to, sitting in the markets and just understanding, a little bit of experience in that. But you come here looking for 1 hour draws on liquidity. There are none, literally none, bro. Like, you're looking, okay, there's possibly this, right? Possibly this. But that's still, like, bro, that's just not gonna happen. Like, seeing this candle finish like this at 9 o'clock, I was like, okay, we're breaking back up to do a little retrace in the market for the day, right? And we came down to the 5 minute. I didn't have, as you see, any 1 hour draws on liquidity, right? But I knew this is a big ass fair value gap. I figured we were going to try and fill a little bit of it, right? And you can see in the video that I said I was hoping it came to halfway, right? And as you see, I could have held Oh, I couldn't have actually, but I could have held the trade a little longer, but I didn't want to because I didn't feel fucking comfortable doing that shit. But as you see, I had it to fill half of that fair value gap. That's what it was. I had the fair value gap marked out. I'll show y'all 1 hour. Boom. Bam. Boom. I had it to fill in half of the fair value gap, right? For the 1 hour. I just went to the 1 minute. Right? And where did it go? Literally the middle of the fair value gap, bro. The middle of the fair value gap is where it went. And when we got into the trade, it was 10:05. I always wait till 9:50 the macro to open because at the beginning it's so volatile. It's just moving so much, right? As you see, look, we came up, boom, waited, still waiting, came down, moving up. And once we created this fair value gap, we still had this one. Like this is still really, these both are together. If you want to think about it, the trade isn't invalidated till we break past this one. Even if this one was invalidated, we still have this one, right? But you're moving up and you came down into this fair value gap. I was late because during this day I was Instacarting and I wasn't late, it was still a good entry, but I was Instacarting and I didn't get the entry that I wanted because I would have entered off of this second candle, right? Knowing that we fully filled in this fair value gap, I would have entered off of this second candle and got probably like 100 more, but that doesn't fucking matter. I entered here on the 1 minute, I seen the 1 minute break through here. It's like, okay, cool, boom, we came, consolidated, bro. We were up like 500 right here. I was like, okay. And we came back. I added another entry off of this candle. I added two more contracts off of this candle. And I was like, okay, we're on the way to push up. After this candle, we pushed all the way back up to the middle point of the fair value gap, 1 hour fair value gap. And that was when I had where I put my take profits. And it was pretty much a one-to-one trade. And one-to-ones aren't really good, but I don't give a fuck what y'all say, bro. I'm taking it, bro. This week was still a choppy ass market, bro. It was a choppy market and I was still good enough to see little trades, one-to-ones, like keeping my risk management, keeping myself sane, all that shit, bro. And I'm waiting for the trolls to come in the market. Oh, you did this dumbass shit, but most of the time they're not even gonna have anything to show me to say that they're doing the shit, you know? So I don't give a fuck what they say, but this is where I'm at. This is what I did. That's what I've done. And that's how I made $3,223.
Just so y'all can see that I'm not capping, this is my topstep account. Y'all see over here, y'all see the dates on this side, on the left side. Y'all see the profit P&L right here, all the way up. Y'all see it, bro. Y'all see it. Y'all can add that shit up yourselves. This is a fucking, what's this called, account. 64% win rate. Yeah, I don't want to go too high to show y'all too much, but yes, I am on a motherfucking eval. This is an eval, nigga, but it don't matter. I'm still showing y'all trades. I'm showing y'all that I placed these trades. These are trades that I took. And yeah, back to the clip that I was saying, and I completely butchered how much I made.
$222 today. Okay. And that's how I made $3,222 this week. And yeah, bro, that's the end of the video. Hope y'all enjoyed. I don't know if y'all would enjoy that, but I'm gonna post it because I want to, and I'm gonna come back and watch the video to see little shit that I was doing back in the day or whatever, blah blah blah. But yeah, bro, 1% a day. Stay focused, stay locked in. I'm gonna catch y'all.